Hi everyone. The documentary I watched is Run, Money, Ego, and Deception at FTX. It tells the story of Sam Bankman-Fried, often called SBF, and how he built one of the world's biggest uh, crypto, cryptocurrency exchanges before it collapsed in a massive fraud. So, what white collar or elite deviance occurred in this case is a clear example of elite deviance. SBF and his inner circle secretly used the customer deposits from FTX, yeah, billions of dollars to fund risky investments through his other companies. They also spent that money on political donations, luxury, luxury real estate, and personal projects. So in total, about $8 billion of customer funds went missing. So, uh, because of his reputation and connections, many regulators, politicians, and investors ignored the warning signs. This is added deviance because it shows how powerful people can manipulate the system with little accountability. Yeah. So the main bullshit in this case was SBF's image of effective altruism. Yeah. He claimed that he wanted to make money only to help humanity to donate billions to prevent pandemics and fight global problems. He appeared in media interviews wearing t-shirts and shorts, looking like a humble nerd who just wanted to be good. People also believed him because his story combined moral idealism with financial innovation. Yeah, something modern capitalism loves to believe in. In a market obsessed with change the world narratives, SBF looked like the perfect hero. So actually, I think the C part, I think that the alleged offenders were treated differently from the street criminals. Uh, yes, and completely treated different. When the fraud was first exposed, SBF was still living freely in his luxury apartment in the Bahamas. He gave media interviews, appeared at conferences, and even joked online. So, if an ordinary person stole even a few $1,000s, they would be arrested immediately. But he was protected because his elite status and political influences. So sometimes I always criticize what I always criticize is that Chinese has an old saying that which says that 窃钩者诛，窃国者侯。窃 what means 窃 is that steal. If you steal something like a tiny thing like it only worth $1, you will be killed by the government. So and if you uh stole something billions of dollars or like a steal the wealth of a country, you will be treated as a king. That is the Chinese saying means. So I don't like this kind of environment. Yeah, and I think it's bad. Even after his arrest, the media often called his action mistakes instead of crimes. This shows how the justice system and public opinion often differ to the powerful. treating white-collar criminals much more softly than street offenders. So, and the fourth part, I think the conflict theory of crime explains the case best. According to the conflict theory, laws and institutions mainly serve the interest and powerful. SBF's fraud was not just personal greed. It was supported by a system that rewards risk-taking and profit above ethics. He had power, money, and media support, so the system worked in his favor. Conflict theory shows how inequality in power lets the elites bend the rules. Others and other theories like string theory also might be applied, and I will say that later. So, mm, in my opinion, as someone from China, I found this case especially very meaningful. Many Chinese investors and institutions were affected by the FTX collapse, and it shows how global capitalism and digital finance are deeply interconnected. And it also reminds me that without transparency and regulation, financial innovation can easily turn into global fraud. Okay, thank you so much.